This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, the beloved tribe that everybody so badly wants to see work gets the treatment from the one in best of one. Your prayers have been answered. It's Angels! Abzan Angels. Wait a minute, that doesn't look like an Angel deck. It's full of Sagas and Value and Yorion. It's my Angel deck. A deck whose primary win con is to spam Legion Angel, Fierja's Retribution, Rampage of the Valkyries, and Amiria's Call. Guys, the reason that so many mid-range tribal decks fail is because the problem is that you can't be the smaller mid-range deck. And what that means, that gets thrown around a lot in Magic terms. You'll hear really good players talk about that. And what that means is if you are a mid-range deck with some removal spells and some creatures, like Angels, and the opponent is a mid-range deck with removal spells and creatures, maybe some Angels, and an engine, a way to keep making more and more and more Angels or drawing more and more and more removal spells, the engine always wins. They went bigger than you. They did something bigger and more powerful than you did. And most of the Angel decks don't have an engine. The closest thing that they have is they play the 2/4 that gains life when an Angel or Cleric enters the battlefield. Righteous Valkyrie, they play that card. And then they gain a bunch of life, and then hopefully that pumps their squad. It makes their creatures a little better than they usually are. And then hopefully also the Retribution gives them double strike. You know, that's like what they have that's close to an engine, the tribal payoff. The problem is, if the creatures die, nothing happens. Or if the creatures get outclassed or outsized anyway, say by being a 3-mana 5/5 with an Ember Cleave, then you didn't do it either. That's why the cards suffer. They can sometimes beat like a mono red deck because their creatures are a little bigger, but they just don't beat Yorion. They don't beat counter spells. They don't beat board wipes. They don't beat Gruul. So we need an Angel deck with an engine. And do you know what my favorite engine in Magic is? Yes, you do. It's Yorion. It's easy Yorion. So in this deck, we have probably one of the best combos in current standard, which is binding the Old Gods and Yorion. If you buy Yorion on turn 3, binding on 4, and Yorion on 5, you get double binding and double ramp to set you up for the rest of the game. You have a ton of mana, you killed 2 of their best things, and you made a 4/5. It's really good. This deck is absolutely packed with Sagas and Value and very expensive cards. There are 4 ECDs, 3 Yorions, and 4 Rampage of the Valkyries. That's because I really need to overpower my opponents in the mid game. I can't be playing mediocre spells or removal spells and waiting to draw something that helps, because really our engine is better than the typical mid-range Angel deck, but it's not better than the typical Magic deck right now. We also can't afford to lose to the Great Henge. It's just not a good deal. We also have an Eerie Ultimatum to go big and get back a ton of enchantments in the late game. And in the early game, we're just trying to hold them off. Caskets, Birth, eliminate Valky. Valky here actually adds red to the deck, sneaky red. And we have a Ketria Triome, which we can fetch off binding the Old Gods as our red source. So a little sneaky. Maybe there should be some pathways in there. We're not running like a ton of basics. That's a good idea. Let's cut 2 swamps. Let's get some Dark Boar pathway. I don't want a mountain to fetch with Fabled Passage. It's just dead way too often. Just a couple Blight Step. I said Dark Boar. Just a couple Blight Step pathways, I think. I think that makes a huge amount of sense. I'm so glad I thought of it before recording this intro and having everybody think that I make this stuff up as I go. But the honest truth is that this deck is okay, and it's pretty good in best of 1. As long as you're not going against, like, I don't know, the Counter Dragon deck is a nightmare matchup. Other Yorion decks are hard, but this one is okay. And I did rank up with it yesterday, so it earned me a rank yesterday. Hopefully, it will earn me a rank today for the video, so I can show you guys what it's worth. The sweet clock, like in a perfect world, you play maybe Birth on 2, Elspeth's Nightmare on 3, and you take their only removal spell. Then you play the Retribution. And then the next turn, you play Rampage of the Valkyries. Retribution attacks for 4, kills a creature. The next turn, you give double strike to your 2 angels, and you attack for 16. That's 20. That can be game over on turn 6, on a perfect curve. But, assuming the opponent doesn't allow that, we're going to use Yorion to blink Sagas and Eerie Ultimatum to bring them all back, to give us some power to go into the late game. On that note, we're ready to dive in here in a second, but first I want to thank a YouTube member, the latest YouTube member, Burned Cat, who just rejoined yesterday. Burned Cat, I see you in the comments quite often. Thank you very much for becoming a member. So, a cosmetic is about to be purchased in your honor, and I saw a sweet, sweet deal. 95% off Nyx Lotus. I might still be overpaying for this janky card. But, thank you, Burned Cat, for becoming a member. This cosmetic is in your honor. Our Nyx Lotuses will look better because of you. On that note, let's dive in. Let the angelic nonsense begin. Fighting a nomad spirit. I have fought this person before. Were they on trickery? Not sure. Oh, they're keeping. This is mono red. They play mono red, mono red, mono red. Attack base till they're dead. Fervent champion. Robber of the rich. Or worse, double Fervs. Double Furby is extra pervy. I don't know how I feel about that rhyme. Alright, well, so far they're playing perfect. Will they also have Annex on top of this? We can eliminate at instant speed, see what they do. Yeah, and they got the 3-drop, Hardened in the Forge. Nope. Rimrock Knight. Okay. I think we still want to make our turn 3 play with the Nightmare and take 3 here. And then we can double spell with Caskets or single spell with Binding next turn. And we threaten to take their Ember Cleave before they get to play it. We do take 2 extra damage, and that might come back to bite us. Something about red dealing damage is bothersome. Okay, what you got there? What are you holding back on us with? Tundra Fumarole and Frostbite. Neither of these are a particularly great solution to anything. I think I'll grab the cheaper one. I mean, this kind of replaces itself, but it still costs 3 mana up front. I don't know. I guess I'll take the one that deals more damage then. And let's start killing stuff. I would greatly prefer to buy the Yorion first, but we don't got time for that. There's no time. In case we draw an instant speed removal spell, and the opponent plays a creature, and we want it exiled from the graveyard, like say Phoenix of Ash, we put a stop on our upkeep. So if we drew an instant right there, we could kill their thingy. Let's get the red source. We don't want to play the Valky into the Frostbite anyway, so we want to set up for Tibble. One more mana, and we'll go Cosmic Imposter on you, Red Mage. No creatures for us yet. Oh, the horn! The Bergy Horn. I mean, if they exile something now, the best they're hoping for is land plus 1-drop on top. That's not very good. You may play those this turn. Yeah, they'd have to play it this turn. So I don't think they should exile anything. I think I'm really happy if they do. Okay. Land 1 drop. Mono red, everybody. Give it up for our opponent. Their superior skill is once again carrying them to victory. And we even have to take another hit from this champion. I mean, that got them at least 2 damage. It got them 5 damage if they Ember Cleave here. Okay, no Ember Cleave. Alright. Now what? We play the Valky, we can exile the Fervent Champion, and when they kill the Valky, we can get back the Valky, but not the Tybalt. So I think the play is, since we don't have a creature in our graveyard yet, we Yorion. And we save our ECD, taxing them for another turn. Yorion! First Sky Noodle of the day. Feels good, man. Seven life, though. Ah, another mountain. That's our mono red. Attack? Why would we do that? We're just enjoying all the haste. Take that, mono red. He calls the deck Abzan angels, but 0 angels were made. In game 1. Yep, I'm a phony. I'm a horrible charlatan salesperson on the internet. Let's keep it. It's got binding into Yorion. We just have to draw 2 land. Two mono reds in a row. Woo! All right. Might get completely run over here. Will binding into Yorion be enough? Robber of the rich. Hey, I needed that. You monster. All right, I guess I'll play this Valky and it will die. I guess they play Eliminate and play the Charger and everything's great. I'm still going to take the Torbrand. Just in case they want to not do that. That would be nice. Get another white. Oh! Dumb. I could have become the Charger. And then at least killing this, I kill their Charger. Epic fails. Very, very bad CGB. Very, very bad. And now they get to Torbrand me next turn. My life is a lie. A painful lie. And we have to draw an untapped land, or the Yorion binding won't work. Oh, they're attacking. Yep, this is where they get the Eliminate. And eliminate my creature, and they stole my Legion Angel! My one Legion Angel. It was my only Legion Angel. Oh, I really blew it this game. I keep forgetting I can transform the Valky. Like, that's a blind spot I'm just not used to in Magic, because it's a very different card. Why didn't they play the Haven, though? They could have been ready to attack with it. Alright, draw a passage. Alright, so what are we taking? 6 next turn? Yeah, it's disgusting. It's not good. But then Yorion, get rid of their Torbrand, start the comeback. Do you have a Valky in the graveyard for ECD? Do we set up Tybalt mana here? I guess. I'm trying to think if my mana is bad otherwise. I don't have double black, but I don't run anything that requires it. I have double green, so more white is fine. Caw. Let's see if the opponent can close. An untapped land off the top is Amiria's Call. That's pretty good. Like, that's a wall. It's not life. These chargers can do a number on us. Faceless Haven's lurking over there, too. Man, if we don't draw the untapped land, and we're looking at ECDs facing this board, we're just taking another chunk of damage. It's really bad. This is scary. So much can go wrong. Alright, definitely blocking the Haven. Oh, it's a rogue. Ha! That's a cool trick. They don't have the mana for the Legion Angel, but that's a cool trick. Not something that's come up for me so far. Nice draw. It does a thing. It's still, we're getting really low on life. Here comes the giant. Here comes the charger. Down to 4. This is going to be absurdly close. Binding. Creatures gain death touch. Hype. Give me that Embercleave. Fork it over. No! No! Not another Bone Crusher. No! Alright, what do we do? Is Amiria's Call the play? How about play Yorion, go to 3, Bone Crusher, go to 1. They just need a point of haste damage. But that's going to happen anyway. We may as well do it while we get rid of the charger, right? Or we could... Yeah, and we have a 4/5 to block their Bone Crusher. Maybe they Bone Crush the Yorion instead of the face? Maybe? Oh, man. Is Amiria's Call better against 2... Yeah, because it's 2 blockers, but then they still have the charger, so a haste creature still wins. All the plays are about the same. Yorion! They always draw the Embercleave, don't they? Don't they always draw the Embercleave? They keep the giant. Okay. I mean, that's a block. Tell me they're gonna Bone Crush the Yorion. Please Bone Crush the... Yeah! No! No! Ah! Curse you, Mono Red! It's been one of those days. I've deranked 5 spots. I haven't drawn a 4th land. With 39 mana sources in my deck, my 80-card deck, I haven't drawn a 4th land in 5 games. 5 games. Let's see what happens next. I mean, if part of the content is the vicarious, my god, Magic sucks sometimes, you are enjoying this. Let's be clear, Magic absolutely sucks sometimes. It's no excuse to be a quitter, though. Show me a Luminarch Aspirant. No Luminarch Aspirant. Alright, well, I'll just eliminate this. I want them to play another card or defend this so I can Nightmare it. That sucks. I guess I wasn't supposed to play the Eliminate there. Let's get the Yorion. See if they have the Sky Maul. But Rampage of the Valkyries can help. It's just a little slow right now. Okay, that's a good target. That went well. They know about the Yorion, so they don't want to play another creature here into the Nightmare. At least not one that the Nightmare can hit. They did it anyway. Oh, I can't Yorion. No, I can. Yorion's a creature. Okay. So show me your hand. Wow. Nice. I am really surprised they ran the Redain into that, but I guess they didn't have many other plays. So if they draw land, they double up on Hollow Blade. I'm probably blocking with Yorion. The good news is the Valkyries is going to be a nightmare for them. Top deck Giant Killer. Could be worse, I guess. Yeah, nothing, I know. Alright, this is where the angels show up. This is where the angels begin to shine. Whenever an angel dies, the opponent has to sacrifice a creature. And then if we have double Valkyries, it stacks. Whenever an angel dies, they have to sacrifice 2 creatures. There's just going to be brick frickin' wall. Let's see what they do. Do they attack and sacrifice their Giant Killer? Oh, they're going to. Oh, I love it. Thank you. I like it. Stops in case we want to exile something with the Nightmare. They probably have Luris. They give up an Aspirant. They have plenty. Draw. Okay, no instant speed. Let this pop off. Again. Do it again. Do it again, streamer. So, they need like a glass casket. They don't run that. Come on now. Oh, they can tap it with the Giant Killer. Oh no. That's okay, Yorion's gonna fix it. If they have to spend 2 mana tapping with Giant Killer, they get us to 4. Then they can draw Alcide and win. Oh no, and they drew the land, so they get another Aspirant too? What a master. Alright. Save us, Yorion. Does it have Vigilance? It does. Cool. Yorion! And then hopefully Retribution gives them double strike and we close this book. Good game. You could draw Bounty and just win! Ah, tilt is real. So, Glass Caskets down to 1 copy. Maze Mind Tomes into the deck. Removed Eerie Ultimatum since getting 7 mana is insane since I can't get 5. And we'll see what happens. Few adjustments mid-deck. Mid-gameplay video. Let's go get green just in case we draw. Binding the Old Gods. Bloodfell Caves. Alright. Alright. Let's drop a Valky on them. That's a lot of stuff. We can wreck their curve by taking their Valky. If they Valky us, though, we don't care. We don't have any creatures. If we take their Woe Strider, we can turn into a Woe Strider. Is that good? Rankle might be the best thing. Because if they play Valky, we play Nightmare. and that's pretty happy. Yeah, we're gonna take their Rankle. They have the village rights. They need to draw a steal effect. We have Valky versus Valky. Theirs is going to run into a nightmare. Got him! Man, Magic. Magic is such a game right now. Come on, Internet. Where's the gameplay? Where's we both draw some lands and see what happens? Gameplay, man. Let's go. Let's go. The one of Casket and no white source. We'll draw it. Easy. Easy. We have so many white sources. All we have to do is draw one, and this hand is just great. Just great. If we don't draw it, you know, we cast nothing. Easy. We're going to draw the Ketria Triome. I'm calling it right now. Ugh. All right. Easy. Man, is Lovestruck Beast a groaner. Just... I didn't want to play anymore. They have Lovestruck Beast. It's better than my 4-drops and my 5-drops, you guys. It's very hard to mentally recover from this. All right, they have Bone Crusher Giant. Let's get our planes so that we can be ready to exile the Lovestruck Beast with the Skyclave Apparition. So the way the turn passed, I don't think they have a Bone Crusher Giant. So they must be thinking about Mammoth. Mammoth or Lovestruck Beast. Maybe they drew an Innkeeper and they want to know if they can set up the Innkeeper to draw a card. That's another possibility. If they had Brushfire, I think they would have played it last turn. Opponent found the line. Play the Beast. We don't have a green yet. That is unfortunate, because this would be pretty frickin' sweet. Out of there. Can we tangle with Gruul? Probably not if they get a Henge down, but we do have Binding that might be able to pick off a Henge if we're lucky. Take 3. And you don't have the mana for Questing Beast. They just drew that, I think. Otherwise they would have played this on green last turn. That's one way to do it. Okay. Wrecked by token. Okay, so we can Valky their hand and play Nightmare, or we can play Retribution and make an Angel. What do you think we know about their hand? Not enough, to be honest. Valky Casket or Retribution? Let's get Retribution going. These cards are a little bit slow. We really need them to work. But if it does work, we get to take out their 3/3 with our Angel. Also, if we draw land off the top, Rampage of the Valkyries can just be a lethal clock over 2 turns. And we could just kill them. So they just top deck this Passage because they took 3 for a Shatter Skull last turn. So they've drawn like 3 straight land. They might be flooding. Although the way that they've played their cards, it just doesn't make sense to me. Alright, that's Embercleave. Can't risk the Angel. Love it when they decide to kill the wall. So, the Angel can't kill this now. I think it has to have greater power, right? Destroy target creature with power less than this creature's power. We drew a tap land, which is unfortunate. But this turn, we can kill the token, Glass Casket, this and Valky the opponent. So that red mana I made for a potential Tibalt isn't going to pay. Let's take their dragon. Yeah, we don't want them to have that dragon. We can trade the 4/4 for the Questing Beast if we want to. Is that better than killing the 1/1? I think we just take 4 from the Questing Beast. Alright, 13. And this angel will have double strike next turn. Double strike, that's 12. Oh man, that's close. Because we can turn this into... Oh man. We turn this into a dragon. Not lethal. 1 off lethal. 1 off lethal. So I think the play then is just to kill the Questing Beast. This has Vigilance. Don't let the opponent have any chance to like equip this with a cleave. Alright, did we get the job done? Is Gruul defeated? Imagine being a deck with 3 mana 5/5s dying to flying 4/4s. They did have another Questing Beast. And now you die. Deck strong. Angel strong. The Ranger. Alright. What do we got? It's okay. This can go get black. This can be white. Then we have double white. Might have to figure out how to solve our green problems, but it'll be fine. We'll make it work. Espa? So you're gonna play your Omen now? There you go. Some people still running Esper in a Kaldheim world. That deck really didn't get much. Didn't need much. Has a lot going on for it. They're not playing... So they are not playing Yorion. I don't even know if they have Yorion in their deck. They might just be relying on Doom Foretold. We should Valky next turn for sure, but we want a Retribution next turn. But we want to make sure that we take a Yorion if they have one. We have a little Doom Foretold insulation from the Birth. Okay, they do have the Doom, which they're going to slam. We're going to sacrifice the Birth. Then we're going to Skyclave their Doom and try to keep them trapped under this Blessing and add up some damage on them. Give me that. A little bit of pressure goes a long way. That's a good draw. That is a busto draw. I guess we can blow it up with either our own Apparition or with an ECD. And we now have an Apparition in the graveyard. We don't have a way through the 4/4. We're gonna have to fly over it. I'm a little nervous they're gonna slam a Shark Typhoon here. But hopefully when they see this play, they won't. Takes a lot of guts to slam a Shark Typhoon. It's either that or they get to see our hand with the Nightmare, or we Apparition the Nightmare and save the ECD. Maybe the right play was to Apparition the Nightmare, save the ECD. Frickin' people on the internet, man. Alright. Well, what can you do? Eliminate for shark number 1. We've got this coming back, exile one of those. This is in the way. Actually, we could take this out. Yeah, let's just do that. It's bigger than most of their sharks are going to be, at least for now. White, white. All right, we can do this, do this. Down to 12. Pressure, pressure. Not sure I played this game well, but we're going to do what we can. They are under ECD tax. They're going to have trouble resolving a bunch of spells. They go with another Nightmare. Okay. Okay, we need to empty our hand of spells if possible. We lose the Valky, but this Angel is going to take out that Shark. Apparition can hit the Nightmare. And it's a little bit bigger. The Valky... Man, I get a look at their hand. And I have another Apparition. Oh, that's tough. Alright. Hopefully they don't have an eliminate here. That would be shaky. All right. So we want to buy the Yorion, and I guess we can play 2 births. We want to attack, then after attacking, tap this to destroy the shark so it doesn't get the block. I can't think of a sneaky way to get the Angel through next turn. We need to draw one. But they're still under Blessing, so they're under pressure. They've got something. Another Omen, maybe? Nothing. Nothing they wanted to cast. Shark Typhoon? Shark Typhoon. That makes sense. They have second Shark Typhoon. Alright, you're at 6. You're at 5. And you have an egg that you can sack for life. ECD. Angels gain double strike, but we don't have a way through the sharks. Definitely attack with the Angel. If they block here and chump here, they're in a really good spot, so we don't want that. Okay, they take the chump. Let's exile the egg so they can't gain life. Drown them in their own blessing, guys. That's the plan. Like a true savage. No! No! Why did they even have to think about that? I'm tilted that they thought about that play. I'm tilted that they had to actually concentrate on whether or not they should do that. Okay, down to 3. Talk about having it all, man. Nice draws. Oh, binding? Binding's not bad. What are they getting back with their ECD? Nothing. So we take out their Shark Typhoon. All right, hanging in there. What else did you draw? Come on! Come on. But you really... I don't know if these attacks are any good, and they don't do it. And we draw a casket? That's pretty fire. That's the one left casket. Man, that tax, though. We almost got to Yorion with Binding and Casket. Gets nothing, but they got the life, so they're back up to 5. Doom foretold. Okay. Okay, we can give up the Binding. Wait, giving our creatures Death Touch. Is that a thing? No, it's definitely not. But we get to Yorion and we get to exile the Doom, so they're still not out from under their blessing. That blessing is a curse, baby. Yorion! Do we get rid of the Skyclave, give them a 3/3 to exile an Omen that they're going to sacrifice anyway? I don't think so. You will never escape your own blessing. All right, get you, get you. Two to the top! Cheating! Absolute hacker confirmed. All right, 3. This is for the Yorion. Yep. Where are my angels at? I think Legion Angel might be the best draw, actually. Where are my angels at? Still nothing to get back with the ECD. The price of playing a deck with no creatures. Come on! How about an Amiria's Call, eh? Eh? Do not sacrifice the Omen. Is that a Yorion then? I've drawn 2 straight lands. My opponent has drawn ECD Yorion. This is garbage. This is rigged. This is pure trash. However, they only get one more spell. 2 to the top! They only get one more spell till they're locked out, or 1 damage. Retribution. Let's go. Opponent out-angeled me this match. Embarrassing. Alright, their next spell has to gain life or they're locked out. It has to gain life. Did they consider that? Are they prepared for that? They scryed to the top. They have no excuses. They have no excuses. Rampage of the Valkyries. We can tap and destroy their 2/2 sharks. Let's do it. No shark. Double strike incoming. And if these die, they have to sacrifice creatures. 2 life. You scry to the top. It's gotta be good. It has to be good. It's a trap. It's a trap. Still no Shark Typhoon. Sack another creature. Bluffland. For value. What the heck did you scry to the top? Extinction event. Okay, you're at 1. You can't... What are you gonna do? It has to be Shark Typhoon. And you're dead. Treacherous Blessing wins again. And we are back for the post-game wrap. And while the early games in the video didn't feature many of the Angel tribe, by the end, the Rampage of the Valkyries and the Firja's Retribution, in conjunction with that beautiful tire together of all things, Yorion the Sky Noodle, combined, it all came together. The Maze Mine Tomes, yeah, this or Casket. I still drew the one Casket, and it actually mattered a lot in the last game, which is kind of funny after going down to 1 copy. But you know me, I love Maze Mine Tome. I was having way too many issues with the deck otherwise, way too many issues drawing land, which doesn't make sense. We have 31 land, we have 4 Emiria's Calls, 35 land, and we have 4 Birth of Meletis. That's 1 short of being exactly half the deck, and yet we had I don't know, it was a rough day. It happens when you make content, you know? Some days you just don't draw your 4th land for 4 games. You D-rank and then you battle back up. Those games are cut. I'll show you the ones where we played Magic. Every time I'm playing Magic with this deck, it feels really good, except against another Yorion deck. I think this is the worst of 2 Yorion decks when you're talking about Sultai. Sultai with Emergent Ultimatum is a lot better than this. Just the way it is, just the truth. But this deck does outclass a lot of the aggro decks, and the matchup with Gruul showed that it can hang with one of the better decks in the format. Rogues is really tough. If you are on the draw against Rogues, and they mill you for 1,000,000, and they have 3 creatures on the board, and they counter your 4-mana Saga, you're in a lot of trouble. The idea is to get on the play, or sneak an Elspeth's Nightmare underneath them, and then you can take their counterspell, resolve one of your Sagas, and then play Yorion, and then you win. So there is a strategy to beating Rogues. It's just really, there's some draws you can't beat. You just have to accept that. The deck is playable. The deck is decent. The deck is probably about C tier. It's not going to beat the other Yorion deck. You should play Sultai Koma, the Serpent Yorion deck instead. And it's going to have a hard time with Rogues and the Gruul Dragon deck. Not Gruul Dragon. Is it Dragon or Grixis Dragon? The Tempo Dragon decks. It's going to have a very hard time with those as well. So it's got its matchups, but it's not top tier. But it is as close to the top tier as I think you're going to get if your goal is to pop off with Angel tokens and Angel Sagas and Rampage of the Valkyries. So if you decide to go out there and play some Angelic cards, but you want to win while you do it, here's the deck for you. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video, where we might take another beloved tribal concept and just destroy it by turning it into Yorion. I mean, make it better by turning it into Yorion. I'll see you there. You're cool.